chat.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Season 3 of So Much Hype. I get it. Season 2 was a little short, but you know what? Computer problems. But we're back. Season 3. It may be longer than Season 2. That's the goal. We're going to try and beat Valve. Joining me this week, I have Kerry.
What's up?
And I've got Travis.
Hashtag free 3.
There we go. If we can get to 3, we can beat Valve's inability to count to 3. That's the goal for Season 3 of So Much Hype. This week we're going to be talking about game development and how it's changed over the recent years, for better and for worse. But before we get into that, Travis, what have you been playing lately, and what are you excited about releasing this month?
Man, I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 3 lately because the upcoming DLC I'm pretty stoked about.
What's that one called again? Ashes of Death.
and Andario, something like
Dark
that.
Soulsy. Okay.
Yeah, mystically fantasy sounding name.
Right.
Always. Been playing a lot of Evolve since it went free to play.
Really? Yeah. How was that? How are you liking that?
It's pretty good. They for a while, up until about like 3 or 4 days ago, they didn't have a actual pay money aspect into it at all. But now you can actually buy like gold coins, whatever. But you can't use them for like the perks, like the things that actually boost your stats, like in game. You have to actually buy those with in-game
credit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
credits.
So it's not a pay to win, but it's pay to look good.
Pay to look good and pay to like unlock the different characters because they have the different classes, and then all the different characters have different like weapon loadouts and skills and stuff.
And you're playing on PC, right?
Yeah, of course.
I may go download it. That was a game.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely it's worth checking out for free.
See,
you can't go wrong for free.
That was a game that like sounded really good, but it sounded like a free to play game.
It sounded really good. I guess we could kind of go into our topic a little bit now, but it was by the people who made Left 4 Dead, which is like a fantastic game.
Yep,
the concept sounds awesome. It's like a 4v1, like asymmetrical kind of thing.
Right. And
then like all of a sudden, there's $300 of like DLC you can buy on day one. Like, what the fuck is that?
Right. Like.
Yeah, so I don't know, it seemed like they were kind of doomed from the start, but now that it's gone free to play, it's like, it's a really cool game.
All right, I may check it out. I may download that. We may do some gaming on that. What else?
And then other than that,
yeah, what else you got?
I just switched from World of Tanks to World of Warships, which is basically the same thing. It's by the same developers, but it's ships instead of tanks.
Like water ships in the water.
Boats. Yeah, boats.
Okay. Just making
boats.
sure I'm like
floaty water.
Floaty
boxes.
tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Are the tanks do they have like little water wings? And they're like,
water willies.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. That's how I imagine that game.
And a snorkel.
Nice.
In case they start taking on a little too much water,
Ooh,
they can at least
smart.
breathe.
Smart. That makes sense. Nice. Well, cool deal. And any games you're excited about coming out in October?
Honestly, I don't know of anything coming out soon that I'm too excited about. Like I said, the DLC for Dark Souls 3 is pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you said that.
That's all I can think of, honestly.
Well,
maybe you guys will mention something that sounds interesting, but yeah, as far as I know, that's it for me.
I've got two that I'm going to mention, but all right, nice. Kerry, what about you, man? What have you been playing?
Oh, well, you know me, I'm playing Heroes of the Storm almost every day now.
You playing some Zarya? Slinging them.
No, I didn't pick her up because Palatine did this like review of her that I watched where he was just like tore her up about how bad she was, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna hold off. They'll fix her. So then they patched and they buffed her to be ridiculous.
Right.
And like, okay, well now they're gonna patch her to nerf her. I need to wait this out a little bit, and I only have I decided not to spend any money. I've only got like 5,000 gold at the moment, so I was like, well, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I've got 1,000 and I'll buy her. It's what I did the same thing with Chromie. I waited like 3 months to buy Chromie, and now Chromie's one of my favorites.
Smart. Yeah, I picked her up for gold because I just had a bunch laying around, and I guess I don't know if I played her when she was weak or when she was good, But I had a solid match. Like, I mean, definitely wasn't top damage, but I was like healing my teammates, protecting them when they needed to be. She just seemed like a really good like zoning hero. And
if you weren't top damage, it was probably before they buffed her. Because when they buffed
okay.
her, she's topping all 3 categories.
oh snap!
So,
Okay.
yeah, they I think they've already started nerfing her down a little bit since then.
Well, bummer. I missed out on my opportunity.
But yeah, so I've been playing that. I've been hitting. I got Sylvanas has become my new main, so I've been playing a lot of her. And then I went back to Murky, and now that not every other game doesn't have Tracer in it, Murky's viable again.
Yeah. Oh, I still love Tracer. The Overwatch.
If Tracer's match, then I just have to stay on the opposite side of the map from her as Murky because she's an instant Murky kill. But
yeah, it makes sense.
so I played that. I play Overwatch. I
Nice.
wanted to get into competitive mode, and I discovered that I'm not even high enough level to do my tryout matches yet. So I've been doing that.
Okay.
You're like,
Wow, talk about a slap in the face.
And you're like, I'm ready. It's like,
not
just
even ready
kidding.
to try. So doing that, and then playing Fallout 4. I got I have the season pass, but I'm
Ooh,
just
right.
playing that game slowly. I'm about 190 hours into it, and only about halfway through the main quest.
Whoa.
Because
That's
I
That's
Oh, because you
crazy.
walk everywhere. You're
That's why
that guy.
Yeah, about earlier. I think Travis was saying that the game world is small, and I'm like, I don't know, man. If you don't fast travel, that game world is actually pretty big. Like I have a rule that I only fast travel when it's absolutely necessary, and otherwise I walk everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And that makes I find so many little vignettes, so many like I'll be walking by a place and there'll be a dude accusing his brother of being a synth and stuff like in the middle of nowhere, and all sorts of little like random stuff like that.
Nice.
I've had a lot of fun with it, and I'm working through Far Harbor.
Oh, okay. So that was like the first DLC for it, right?
It was like it was the first like big one.
Okay.
It was the first big. It's the only big one, really. It's a huge DLC.
Nice.
What about Nuka World?
It could be. I mean, it could almost be like its own game if it wasn't Fallout. It's
Oh wow.
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
Nice.
It
Okay.
adds like 3 or 4 new settlements, like new companions, a bunch of new characters, a whole bunch of new monsters and stuff. They've got these like hermit crabs that have like VW buses for their shells and stuff.
That's
It's
awesome.
crazy.
That's cool. I like that. That's a little nice touch.
I've been playing that, and then I don't know if it counts, but I got a twice a month D&D game going too. So that's not
Hey,
a video
nice.
game.
That's
game.
sweet,
Miss
man.
D&D.
That's
No, I'm DMing, but
Oh,
still, I'm
Ooh,
getting
that's
to
cool.
Nice.
do D&D.
You hold the power. Life and death
Whoa.
is in your hands, friend.
Yeah, because I'm a high school teacher, and I sponsor an after school D&D club for
Oh, cool.
teenagers, and that's fun too. But it's more
So
fun.
you can
being
teach them
like,
that
well,
no matter how hard they try, fate will crush their hopes and dreams.
yes, I teach them.
and just when they are the most hopeful.
Just
Excellent. Give it to them when they're young.
That's right.
That way they can be
That's right.
cynical grovelers just like the rest of us.
Nice.
Right.
I may have to pick up that DLC once they get like a. I know they have the season pass, but if they give me some way to bundle it after the fact, I may.
Yeah,
pick it up.
that's what I usually do. This is the first time I've ever bought a season pass. Was for the Fallout 4. I bought it when it was discounted down at $20, and so.
Man, see, I missed out.
Or it might have been 30, but it's still been ridiculously worth it. Got Automatron in Far Harbor and Nuka World alone is worth at least like $40-50.
Oh, okay, good.
You've got other stuff too in there too. You've got Wasteland. You got less
Smaller little nuggets.
less beloved ones too. Like the community's not a fan of some of the lower tier ones, but I'm kind of like,
Gotcha.
well, I got them all for 30, so I'm fine. I
Nice.
wouldn't have paid.
I'm good.
But-
Nice. What are you excited for?
Well, I'm looking forward to
Mm-hmm.
playing some that Skyrim special edition when it comes out.
Nice. Yep. Lots of special editions.
People that have Skyrim with all the DLC
Mm-hmm.
on PC get it for free when it comes out.
Oh, I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to cost on consoles, and I'm PC Master Race. There you go. That's a good reason. There.
Wait, do you have to have the house one? Because I have the
You've got to have
Dragonborn.
Dawnguard. You've got to have Dawnguard and
Dragonborn.
Hearthstone. Or Dragonborn. That's right.
Okay,
No,
cool.
you have to have the house one. I don't think.
Oh,
The
give
thing
me
with the house
give me
one-
quest stuff. Give me meat. I don't want this like little like dress up a house and like have little stupid Skyrim kids that I can't kill when they start mouthing off.
Yeah, I know.
The thing about the house one is, I think it was called Hearthstone, right? Or
Something like that.
Hearthfire. That's what it was. Hearthfire. The thing about that is it didn't do anything that mods didn't already do the week the game came out, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's like I already have a bitchin' house from a mod.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah, my
I've
house
got
is like
outside
underneath a
White-
waterfall. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I've got one up on a waterfall. It's a ranger cabin that I got for like killing a werewolf and stealing the key off of his body. Like and I built it. I used the console commands to put the forge in the kitchen and stuff. I got everything I need. I'm good. And I
Nice.
definitely don't want in that game.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that.
That'll
And
be
then
sweet.
what is? My mind just blanked. The game where Titanfall 2.
Yes. Titanfall 2
Titan-
is high on my list. Very high on
Amazing.
my list.
They got rid of the burn cards though.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
But I still like the look of a lot of the stuff of it, and they changed the way rodeoing works, where you pull up the battery and put it in yours, and it gives you like a shield boost or a damage boost.
Yep.
It seems. I mean, I loved Titanfall so much when it came out, so I'm looking forward to that. And then the other
Yes.
thing is third game, and I forgot to be looking forward to this. I got super hyped about it this summer, then just forgot about it. And today I was looking at the Amazon account, and I said I have a pending order. I'm like, pending order? What's that? I look, and it's like, you pre-ordered Skyward Sword. It will arrive on December 30th.
Oh.
Or not Skyward Sword. Breath of the Wild. New Zelda. Breath of the Wild.
Oh, right. Wait, that's coming out this month?
No, not this
Oh.
month. I'm sorry. I just got excited today. Today I saw it in my Amazon account that it was on pre-order.
You just stressed me out. I was like, wait a minute. How did I not know about this? I was about to get so
it says
hypey.
It says it's arriving on my doorstep on December 30th, so we got some time
okay.
on that one. I got excited about it today because I saw
Okay.
it in my Amazon list.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough. Well, I
That's
can.
it.
Okay, that's good. I'm also super excited for Titanfall 2. I played the open beta weekends or whatever, and definitely some different changes. But all in all, this game feels more polished. It feels like just more fleshed out than the original.
No auto pistol.
Do what?
No auto pistol.
There is an auto pistol, but it's like a power up reward. So like, it's like it's basically a super, I would say, or like an ultimate that you've charged up, then you could get it, and you get 2 clips of it or something. So it's still in the game, but I think it's more of a power up card now. So definitely some good changes though all around. But games have been, so I guess I'll talk about the other one I'm excited about because I thought one of you may talk about it, but Gears of War 4. Like, I don't own an Xbox, but I'm buying it for PC, and I'm super pumped. I'm super pumped to play it with my PC buddies. I'm super pumped to play like the co-op stuff with the Xbox One buddies I've got. So that one is just around the
So
corner.
you'll be able to co-op cross-platform.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that's
Yep. Horde
That is pretty
mode
neat.
and story mode, but not competitive, which I think is a
Yeah.
smart choice.
basics. You can't do competitive.
Yeah, because
Yep.
I don't know. I've heard it's really hard to control with like a mouse and keyboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the aiming is fine, but like it's the moving around because it's very like it's how Gears is. It's very like
Very
kind
sluggish.
of magnetic-y.
Yeah,
Gears
yeah.
is with its
That's sluggish.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. So it seems like it
I call it
doesn't
something
lend itself very
sluggish.
well to a keyboard.
Maybe
I don't
so.
know. Gears 4, it sounds cool. I haven't really heard anything about it. I loved Gears 1 through 3.
Well,
Gears Judgment was all right.
yeah, I wasn't ecstatic about that one.
And I don't have Windows 10, so it's like I can't. I don't care.
Well, tell you what, I'll let you know how it is. I'm super pumped. Horde mode looks like they stepped it up. They've added classes into it, so it's just another layer of depth.
Is it the same thing where you pick a character and then you also pick a class on top of that? So I
Yes.
can play like Marcus Phoenix as
Yes.
whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Or I can play Baird as this. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
That sounds neat.
Yeah. So I
Yes.
mean, there were just subtle changes like to how the classes work, but like it was like just enough to like help you work with your buddies and plan how to get through that, like the 50 waves. So A-okay in my book. But yeah, obviously Titanfall 2. What I've been playing a lot, but I'll go through them quick. I've been playing Destiny's Rise of Iron expansion. When there's a raid, I'm coming back, so it's been great to play with my clan buddies on that. I've been playing Pit People closed beta, which is that game is awesome. I can't wait for that one to come out. It's super solid. And then I've been playing Battle Right, which is basically a 5-minute version of Dota, HOTS, League of Legends, but it's all about team arena fighting. So you don't have to deal with all the lanes and the minions. It's just, I got skills, you got skills, let's see who wins.
Oh yeah.
And it's like super quick matches. So yes, that's a big one on my list as well. But yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, Dead Rising re-release.
Oh,
Forgot about that.
I knew. See, there's that one. There's the Call of Duty remaster. There's a lot of remasters coming out.
No, I mean that one's already out. That was something I forgot to mention. I was been
Oh,
playing.
okay. I was about to say, wait a minute.
Going back and playing the original Dead Rising.
Nice. That's the one with.
Really good. Holds up, in my opinion, sort of.
That's the
Other
one with the
than
timing, right? You have to be at certain places to achieve things. Okay.
You got
nice.
72 in-game hours to make your way through the mall and unravel the mysteries while simultaneously saving survivors.
Yeah, when I
also
first
taking
got an
pictures
Xbox
because you're a
360,
photojournalist.
I got that game with it. I got that game with it when I first got Xbox 360. I loved it. I thought it was really good, but it took me forever to figure out how to save your game.
Yeah, you have to go to very specific places. It's a Capcom game through and through. You have to go to specific places to save your game. Like
Are you surprised?
I blank. The cinematics are just very very Japanese feely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very campy for sure.
But yeah. But no, it's a great game. I mean, yeah, like I said, I didn't say it, but like you, me and my brother, we got it when it first came out on 360, but we didn't have an HD TV. We had a reprojection TV, and that game was not optimized for standard definition, so it was impossible to read the text whenever Otis, the janitor, calls you. And so we're sitting there like an inch away from the screen, trying to read what he's saying, and like, oh, there's some green text. I guess that's one of the places we need to go to. And we finally figured out like the vague shape of the blobs and like how long they were. Basically,
you basically learned a new language.
Yeah,
and you strained your eyes. So in 5 years from now, when you can't see, you can play
Dead Rising.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Still a good game. Still,
yes.
I haven't played the third one, but I played like half of the second one, and I don't know.
Is there a fourth one coming out?
I think it's I heard there's one coming out. That's what my brother said, and I heard they're finally doing away with like the time limit. It's just 4-player co-op. Everyone just go do whatever they want with zombies. From what I understand.
Nice. All right, fair enough. Well, guys, let's jump into the topic and let's talk about game development, how it's changed. One of the big things for me is, and I think this is I'm a fan of this. I think all game developers should take notice, is just this community engagement, right? They've got the community managers, they've got they're streaming Twitch or YouTube gaming every week or something like that. They've got hey, they got their Twitter account, hey, we're solving problems, or hey, next week we're gonna launch new characters, you name it. Just that connection with the community and the fans of the game. And when it's not there, people are like, when am I going to get this feature? What's going on? Those are the things to me that I think can make or break a game and increase its longevity, essentially.
Yeah.
But
and just the constant patches that actually add meaning to the meaningful changes to the game.
Yeah, Diablo 3. I can
talk about that. That's something you didn't have,
right?
Not that long ago.
Yeah.
And now it's become the norm. Of course, there's a patch coming out this week.
Yep. Day one patch is a thing.
We're gonna tweak this. People complain that this character is a little too weak, so we're gonna buffer and so on.
All right.
Yeah. Back when Don't Starve was in beta, that was a thing I liked about that. I would log on, and I wouldn't log on. There wasn't a log on for it. I would start the game, and there's a little thing in the top left corner, and it was 7 days till a patch, and that was always that like this day there is going to be a patch. Like,
Ooh, that's cool. I don't. That's nice. So it was just like an in-game
Yeah.
counter. It's like patch happening in a
Yep.
couple days.
yeah,
Ooh, see.
and it was yep, and that
Take
was
notes,
that was always really
developers.
something
Take them.
cool to see. Just because it was like, wow, this is really weird. This is a really weird bug, and then like, oh, there's a patch in 3 days. Maybe, hopefully, I mean, you know, if you
Maybe
take
it's
part in the
gonna
forum and
fix.
stuff.
Right.
But you know, I can't take part in every form of every game you play, and you know, so.
Well, sure.
like,
There's
you
only
know.
so much time to invest.
But
Yeah, I think Blizzard's always been really good about that. Well,
That's
like I
true.
remember back in Diablo 2, them you know, like if you go on like their forums, they would have blue posts like, oh, we're making some changes, and they put out, you know, patches that completely and utterly transform that game.
Nice. Yeah.
Like the
that's a
whole
good-
concept of jewels,
Yeah.
socketing jewels and stuff, that was something added in a patch
Yeah.
in Diablo
Yeah.
2.
That's a
things
good
like
point. I definitely think Blizzard's got that down right. I mean, you look at Overwatch as like a shining example. Even Heroes of the Storm has got that. Like, hey, they launch a video that hero spotlight like a week
Yeah.
before to get you excited. Or there's a new map they highlight like, hey, here are the things, and like they're also kind of like informational. So you're like, oh, that's the character's abilities. Oh, that's maybe how I synergize them together. Again, to help you start
Yeah.
thinking about how you want to play. So like, I think those are really smart things too. So it's like a little
And they'll
hybrid
do
of
like
education.
cinematic trailers and cartoons and stuff. And
Yeah.
like some of those original movies for Overwatch are like, they're super high quality.
They're so good. Like
They're so good. Yeah.
they're so good.
And they did a pretty funny one for Hearthstone too, when like the new Hearthstone, which I don't play
Oh.
Hearthstone, but
I haven't played Hearthstone
like-
since vanilla, if that's a thing.
yeah, I
it's
don't
been
play it at
several
all. Like
years.
I played through the tutorial. It was
Mhm.
fun, but I'm like, eh. But they did a video for when their new patch was coming out with that, or new deck, or
Nice.
whatever they call it.
Yeah.
yeah,
it
they
was,
put out a
it
few
was
of
like-
those. 'Cause
They're having like a party.
Yeah.
It's like one night in Kerosene or whatever.
Oh, nice. You
It
know,
was pretty.
that
cool.
reminds me of another thing that I really like that some of these games are doing now is like weekly not weekly, like monthly content, like seasons or whatever. So it's like,
Oh yeah.
it rewards you for playing in that season or rewards you playing in that week. I mean, I think of
Yeah.
like Paragon, like when they launch a new hero I think it's every 3 weeks, and they like that's their hashtag. It's like hashtag every 3 weeks, and there's a new hero, and they'll have a like essentially like a contest to see who can get there first, like to the highest level with the new character. And if
Yeah.
you do, you get rewards. But anyone who played during that week also gets rewards. So they always are giving out free like gems or in-game credits, and
Yeah.
it's just a smart
Hot-
thing to like
Yeah.
flavor to the community.
Yeah, HOTS right now, when you play that, like basically every day you get a stim pack during
Ooh.
like this month.
Nice.
And the stim pack, there's something they normally sell for like $2, and it's
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh, you get one, like every day for free.
That's
And
awesome.
it's every day.
oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Evolve
You have to
does.
Thing, the little mini game you do that, and that's it. And
Oh,
you
nice.
get-
That's the one where you kill the SUVs or whatever, right? I think I played
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like, you collect little artifacts, and it's really easy. And so you definitely will get to do it if you play. You know, you might have to play like 4 or 5 games before
Okay.
it happens.
So it's not
game
every time,
but-
but
But it's not for sure. But every time I've played since they
Nice.
started the event, I've gotten one.
that's
stim
cool.
pack. And when I first started playing the game, like over a year ago, I
Mhm.
think what probably helped me got hooked was I came in right as they were doing one of those events.
Ooh.
And it was the Treasure Goblin one, where you have to catch the Treasure Goblin every game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Get 300 gold, just bam, 300 gold, 300 gold. So I was able to afford to buy
Nice.
hero way faster than you normally would. So
Saving.
yeah, those kind of events like that are pretty cool, where they reward you for playing.
They get people excited around that game for that time, period of time. I mean, I think like Destiny is like Iron Banner or like Zur, that the vendor that's only there on the weekends, so people know like Friday, Saturday, I gotta get on, at least
Yeah.
go do this thing, right? And you're not just gonna get on and do that. You may get on and play for 20 minutes, but it's those nice little like things that people kind of built into their games or like built into the community to help them grow. I think those are big positives in my mind.
Yeah, I know.
Overwatch at the Olympics thing, that was pretty cool.
Right.
I know.
Exactly.
Evolve.
Yeah, see a ball.
Evolve does something like that. Like you have daily log on kind of rewards, and it ranges just from like
Mm-hmm.
a couple hundred like silver, credits to like getting like skins to characters to just flat
Nice.
out unlocking characters. One random day I logged on and I just got an assault guy
Oh, nice.
that cost like 7,500 coins or whatever, which
Ooh.
is, I mean, it's a decent amount, but it's not like impossible to grind to.
Okay.
It's like a, I'd say probably like 10 or 12 games maybe. But
Nice.
yeah,
That's
so
pretty
it's just like you get random shit like that. Like World of Tanks and World of Warships both are started doing like daily missions now, to where like you can
Some kind of like
Log on.
quest to get you back every day.
yeah.
I like
So
that.
like since I haven't played tanks in a while, but I'm playing ships, so it's like you log on and it's like get 15 torpedo hits like in general, like so like throughout
Oh.
however many games, or
Okay.
sometimes it'll be like you'll get and it'll just say like, you get 20,000 credits, or you'll get
Nice.
50,000 credits if you do 30,000 damage of any type.
Oh,
in
right.
one
Okay.
game,
No,
kinda stuff like that,
I
so-
like those type
Yeah,
of.
dailies like that are a really good thing to get
Good
somebody to come
hooks.
back. Like that's what gets me on HOTS every day
Good
is knowing
hooks.
that when I log in, I'm gonna have like 3 daily quests to do.
Yep, those are good. Those and oh shoot, I just lost it. Like seasonal events. There we go.
Oh yeah,
Like Halloween, New Year's, Chinese
remember
New Year, Dota.
TF2 was really good
TF2?
with that.
Yeah.
For when they first came out, they had all those really cool Halloween events
So
with like the
fun.
giant headless horseman running around.
It's
Oh, and he would just kill like 7 people with the swing of his axe, and then
Mm-hmm.
like if you were the guy who killed him, you got like a special thing, and everyone was like,
So
it was
good.
really cool. Everyone from both teams, like all
Yes.
24 people, are trying to kill like this giant dude running around. That was really cool. And
Mhm.
yeah,
like,
that was
sorry,
go
like
ahead.
just tanks does stuff like that too. Like they just today actually they just removed it, but apparently like like the past like month to celebrate, like apparently tanks have been in use 100 years, like
Oh,
like in
nice.
September apparently. They had this thing where like it was like defend attack, like one team was defending against this other team that had one of the giant like land ships with like the big guns on either side,
Nice.
giant treaded things that move like 4 kilometers an hour, and everyone is playing in these like Studebakers with like a little tiny cannon on top, basically. So you're going like 60 kilometers an hour, going around this course, and there's power-ups, so you can pick up like a machine gun, and your cannon would shoot like
Nice.
pop, 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 pop. Or you pick up like a super cannon and you'd one-shot any of the other little dudes. And the
Oh,
defending team
nice.
would like pick up a bomb and like drive it to the big tank, and that was the only way to kind of like stop it. It was-
Interesting.
Seemed really cool. And like a while ago they had one like on the moon, and everyone had like little spear tanks, and you were just running around trying to hit each other in this low gravity environment into it was like a billiard table. So there was like holes in the corner
That's
and then in the
awesome.
middle. So you would like just ramming into each other and trying to
Space
knock
pool.
each other. And like your shots would knock each other back like 50 yards.
Oh, that's
Really
awesome.
cool. Stuff like that is just like little unique
that does
kind
sound
of
cool.
gameplay
Yeah, they
I
make
remember
you
playing-
smart.
experiences.
EverQuest back in the 1990s was the first time we were doing seasonal events.
Mm-hmm.
On Halloween, the first year, I think it was probably like '99. They
Okay.
had a night elf invasion of the main human city for Halloween. Like, and it was not like there was no announcement it was going to happen or anything.
Ooh, that's
It's just like
that's
playing
crazy.
one night, all of a sudden there's just like this horde
Man,
of
what a
knights
what a
invading.
trip that would be.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would
yeah,
be
and that
crazy.
was- and then WoW did similar stuff. WoW had like the Great Father holiday father. I don't remember what they called it. But
Right,
they had
right,
Christmas events and stuff like that. And
for sure.
you could get the little like snowball that you could throw at people and all that if you did the little quest. for it.
Yep,
And-
snowballs, candy canes, gingerbread men. I remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we've talked about a lot of things we like. Are there things that we're not big fans of as development has changed? Are there any that you can think of? One that comes off the top of my head is, and I don't know if this is just developers, but it's probably more publishers. But the idea of building things in so that they can build expansions or DLC and charge people later down the line, right? It's like, why,
Yeah, like have like the obvious framework for stuff they
yep.
Yeah,
are gonna charge for later when they could have just either not had it and done it later, or
Right.
just included it, stuff like that.
Yeah, you always see those
that
videos of,
always begs the question of were they going to actually have this? Would we have it if we didn't have
Right.
to pay for extra for it? Like, because we get so much DLC now, and I'm like, well, would we have ever gotten that? Like before DLC, would that have just not existed? Would that have been a
Right.
sequel?
or just it would have never been there. Yeah.
Would
So
it have been a thing? Yeah.
And those are the things, like, for me, when they're not kind of like upfront about like, hey, like, this is the season pass, this is what you're gonna get in it, like, I think it can be a double-edged sword, right? I mean, look at games like Battlefront. Fun game, looks amazing, but people, when they found out the DLC season pass was just as much as the game, and they're like, wait a minute, I don't get space battles, I don't get all the things that I love from a Battlefront game, but I might get them.
That's the thing, they hyped a bunch of the stuff before the game came out. They showed videos of people doing space battles, and then it turns out it's DLC.
Right. So
that was the game that I was so hyped for that I was so happy I didn't buy.
I was a little bummed out. Granted, I had a great time playing with my buddies. My brother even got it. We played a bunch, but like after a couple hours, even the two of us were like, all right, let's go do something else, or like an hour, like let's do something else. But that was one where we're like, we loved Battlefront 2 as kids, and
you can still play Battlefront 2, by the way. There's servers. I actually played just a couple of months ago.
Well, then I may be going back. But
there's mods, there's texture mods and stuff to make it look good. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I'm going to look into that. But that's the thing for me is like, is that something that's like, that's one thing that's kind of like gets under my skin. Like, I'm a big fan of DLC, right? Everybody is for their favorite game. Like, no one's going to say, no, I don't want more content for my favorite franchise or game I love. That's the ultimate like crux to it. Like any other game, you're like, why would you get that? It's like, because the game itself was enough, right? But I think there are some where they just kind of like cut it a little too close to the bone and try and, essentially like, oh, well, we can get it out 4 months earlier so we can line up with whatever, right? With the market.
Right.
I think that's something that definitely probably gets in the way. But I also think that it's also the thing that's helped, this could be another topic, but like let indie developers rise, right? And that's where you see a lot of these like social communications and things growing for us. Like, what are those indie developer groups that have, basically a community manager, right? Driving towards these events or communications. Because sometimes, even if it's just a game like, hey guys, we're working on this patch and we're fixing it, that's just as exciting and helpful as a winter event. If you're making the game easier and more fun to play, like sometimes that's just as rewarding, if not more rewarding, if you can actually play the game that you're a fan of. So
case in point, Star Citizen, they have like multiple different like weekly, daily like video series, like chronicling like all this different stuff about like the game, just talking about like the most like ridiculous stuff. Like there's so much content to go through. Like I haven't even scratched the surface with it. Like I'm kind of like a passive like guy when it comes to Star Citizen.
I was going to ask like how big you're playing, big of a gamer you are in that.
I jump on it every once in a while, and it's weird. They updated it a while ago, and now they don't have my ship in the hangar where you start in anymore. And I thought that was kind of lame, because it used to be like you had your ship right there, and you could actually like walk around and like go into it and like fiddle around with all this stuff. And now it's not there. It's just like a big empty hangar, and then you just go through to all the different stuff. But I kind of feel like that's a double-edged sword though. Like with Star Citizen, because they've been hyping Star Marine, the first-person shooter part of it, for months and months and months, like at least since the beginning of the year. They've been like, yep, it's coming out soon, out soon, and then it soon just starts becoming like soon TM, like
Right. Is it ever gonna happen?
Like Blizzard.
And then that's the other thing, and they keep like teasing it, like, oh, here's these videos, here's people running around and using like laser rifles, and here's how laser rifles compared to like ballistic weapons and all that, and you're like, oh wow, oh, it's getting closer, coming soon. Months later, hey look, here's how like shooting in 0G will be, and it's like, cool. I mean, and it's like, I get it, they want to make sure it works and stuff, but it's like when you're showing us stuff like that constantly and just saying like soon, and it's like it just seems like it works, but that can't.
You're right. If the hype is like they keep showing you stuff, you're like, dude, this looks finished. Like, what's going on here, right? They've maybe shown too much, and they're like, yeah, I know what it is. I want to play. Like, just when is it coming? When can I be excited for it?
I wonder what effect like Kickstarter and early access and stuff have had on this.
That's a good
Where
point.
we're kind of given like these like very early versions of games with like all these goals for what we're gonna do, and they kind of like. I mean, I know, especially like with early access on Steam, you know, you'll like get a game on early access, and it'll be a completely different game by the time it comes out in some way. In
That's
some
true.
cases.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a good
It's
point.
added.
Like,
And
case in point,
I'm putting in, but you're paying for it is the thing. You're paying for it
Right.
long before it's actually finished. And the same thing with Kickstarter. You're paying for the game based on the promise of it.
It will be complete. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? We could probably cover that as a complete topic, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, I think people forget like paying for like the early access and stuff. In my mind, is like you're paying to play a game in development. Essentially, you're paying to be a beta tester.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
we went over that last
done-
season.
Something you would have gotten to do for free.
Right. So, I mean, smart for game developers, because then they can spend more money in developing the game, because they're like, look, well, once we get to this stage, we can start charging people instead of paying or like just getting testers for free. So, yeah, I mean,
I
go for it.
sorry. I don't like this thing now that like you have to sign up for an account. You have to sign up for, like, or they want you to sign up for this account. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I want to play the game. I don't want to have to log into my blank account every time I
Right.
want to play a single player game.
It's because
don't-
they all want to have a Steam. They all want.
Yeah.
They see the money.
Yeah, they all want their own version of Steam. Exactly.
I mean, they see that. They see the opportunity. I mean, and they go for it. But guys, I think we may wrap it right there.
With the dog barking.
Like it's like, okay,
Just
it's
cut
ti-
right there.
It's
We're
time to
gonna
go.
wrap it right there. Bark.
Okay,
into-
bye.
into-
2 more to go. Beat number 3. No, but guys, Kerry, Travis, thank you so much for joining me for season 3 opener of So Much Hype. Enjoyed having you. Hopefully you'll come back again.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll chat more video games.
I mean, I'm waiting for the check to clear, man. Once that happens, we can talk about subsequent episodes.
2 pennies.
Man, it seems like that would just be more to send that check than it would
Tell
be
you
to-
what, next time I'm in town, I'll sling you some change. But
Cool. That's fine.
appreciate it, Kerry. I know you've got a podcast that you need to plug, so have at it, man.
Oh yeah, well, we haven't even had our first episode yet, so it's an upcoming podcast.
There you
But a
go.
friend and I, we have one. It's called Middle Aged Geeks.
Ooh.
So it's SoundCloud. It's soundcloud.com/middle-aged-geeks, because I wanted to make it hard to find, I guess. But it's just
Something like
me and a friend of mine. We're both 30-something dads that grew up nerds, and so we just talk about nerdy, geeky, kind of just what we're into, video games, books, TV, movies,
Nice.
pop culture in general, all that kind of stuff.
Sweet.
And then I've started up my YouTube again. It's Kerrooseta, Kerooseta, on YouTube, and I'm working on getting some Let's Plays up there of Heroes of the Storm, and
Nice.
I'm working on a Let's Play through Far Harbor on Fallout 4. But right now, all that's up there is a bunch of old videos of me playing Geometry Wars on the iPad. So
Hey,
you go
that's all
watch
right,
them.
man. I'll make sure to have the links to all that sweet channels, podcasts, and
Cool,
stuff
thank
in
you.
the description, so you guys can go check it out. It'll be down there. And guys, let us know what you think about how developers and all that stuff has changed. We'd love to hear your thoughts and comments in the comments below, or you can shoot me a comment on Twitter. I'm 8bit_Matt. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next episode.
Beat Valve.
Episode 2, episode 3.
Hashtag.